Welcome back to Anime Sasquatch, the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about comic books and their place in blerdom. So we're going to be specifically talking about cartoons, anime, certain cartoons that some people consider anime, figuring out if they really are. In previous episodes, we've touched on this a little bit. This is the episode that finally, gets deep into that. We're going to be deep diving into that. So things like Avatar, Boondocks, Afro Samurai. Do we consider those things anime? We're going to jump into that today. Who here is into comic books at all? Let's just take a head count. We know Pam is, clearly. I think we know Adam is a little bit. You said something about your brother in a previous episode.
Yeah,
right?
My brother was into the classics a lot more.
Okay.
He was into the DC. He was into the Marvel.
Detective comics, as per Pam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm definitely, I would say that I'm into comics, but I make a conscious effort not to go into the mainstream. You know what I mean? I don't read Spider-Man. I don't read, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I read stuff.
No Spider-Man?
No.
Not even Miles Morales?
No, none of the mainstream stuff. And obviously you guys were listening to the last episode, but I don't like to mix my mediums. I watch those movies. I read my different comic books and I read different books that have nothing to do with each other.
Okay. Now, you should be aware that comics, I'm relatively new to comics. So, I haven't, I'd say maybe the past year, maybe 2 years, year and a half, something like that. I'm not a heavy duty comic book reader, but I'm, into it. Shout out to, Variant on YouTube. If you're familiar with that, I get a lot of my comic book content from them. And then recently I've been buying my own comic books and, reading some of that shit too. I rep Hulk forever. He is the one true comic book character. Fuck Superman. You already know. So I guess that just leaves these two, Pam's husband and the ambler through life, Tiana. Are y'all into comics?
No.
You just keep proving my goddamn point.
You know what? Look, I didn't have enough space in my book bag for comic books.
Your non-existent book bag. Because we know you wasn't in the library, so
book sack full of books.
Your book Safeway bag.
Exactly. Okay. I had other things I had to carry, so I couldn't, And plus, they weren't free. I wasn't poor. I was a poor man. I didn't have no money.
That's not what you made it sound like when you was talking about your grapefruits and brunch.
First of all,
and Master Tony.
What
is that nigga called? Yeah, Master Tony and shit. Nigga, you sounded pretty rich to me.
My house. That was not my house. That was his house.
Okay.
Anyway, I wish I had a butler. I'd name him Jeffrey. You get to name them if they're your butler, right? Is that how that works?
I believe so. I believe they're whatever name you tell them to be.
Exactly. Like Kunta Kinte is now, Toby.
Well, that's a little different. They beat the shit out of that nigga.
Oh, well, even still.
Well, that was after he became Toby, though.
And I thought it was to make him stop.
They whipped his ass. They whipped his ass, and then he became Toby. And then he ran away, and they cut his foot off. And he was like, "Oh, I guess I'm just gonna be Toby for the rest of my life."
Damn,
this nigga's intense.
No, but yeah, he became Toby before the foot cutting off shit.
Real? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't accept it until after the foot.
Well, I mean,
otherwise he wouldn't have ran away.
Well, I mean, he didn't accept it fully, but he did accept the name, because in that whipping scene, the white man was continuously asking him, "What's your name?" Yeah. And each time he said Kunta, he got another whip. And at the last one, he said, "My name is Toby." So he accepted that part.
I think he just said it
to stop getting the whip.
To stop getting the whip.
Because
then he ran away.
Like, if you're going to do that anyway, you might as well say it the first time now.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't believe the running away happened as immediately as you're making it seem, though.
Well, he had to heal up.
Because he
ran away. He was not accepting. He wasn't like Samuel L. Jackson in Django Unchained. He did not accept.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yes, absolutely. You are not wrong about that. That is absolutely correct. And what I'm trying to remember now is, because it was after his foot got cut off that he got married, correct? I want to say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it was the rehabilitation process of that that made him fall in love, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, fair enough. You're 50-50 on that. We'll agree to agree. 50-50, you know. He accepted his name, but he didn't accept his situation. 50-50.
I want to say never in Alamin's life has he said the phrase, "You are right."
I'm a Hey, listen, that is actually a bonus segment that we are going to be running. And if you guys find it interesting, we'll run it more. It's going to be called The Contrarian, where we're going to be debating some shits. Fuck Neji. She already know. Okay.
This one is starting a fight.
But we ain't going to get into that right now. That's
took up my
related.
whole lunch hour at work. Listen to that.
We'll get more into that later, but let's get back on topic. So
It's like pushing my butt.
I do, absolutely. You know, like you are a difficult person, so I gotta,
Whoa.
you know, I've gotta compensate for that shit.
You guys haven't even had a fraction of how difficult I can actually.
Well, that's why I do what I do to reduce
but
it.
not you. Like, I'm always friendly to you. I took your side when she Hakuna Matata your ass. I was on your side. And you're like...
You started that shit, though. You are the one who dropped Chappie.
He started. He said, because all South Africans know each other.
We're going to have to run that back.
It's recorded.
Yeah.
We're going to have to run that back.
I read
Write that in the comments down below.
I'm just saying. I'm always friendly to
You are. I don't dispute this.
Always on your side. And then you just come for me with the Cadillac and shit.
Well,
I'm on his side
Don't
too.
give him no information. He'll use it again.
I absolutely will. You're not correct. I am not shit. They know this by now. My morals are spotty at best.
Also,
okay.
I'm looking at his phone right now, and Chappie just texted him.
Oh my God. But, okay. So again, I feel like, okay. Again, I'm going to need you not to disrespect the Hugh. Okay. His name is the Hugh Jackman. Okay. The Hugh Jackman plus robots equals is I. Okay. Automatically by default.
That's true though.
Okay. So, you know, that's Wolverine. Let's just leave it at that. But anyway. So what about you, Tiana? You into comics at all?
I don't like comic books, but
Right, because they're not books, right?
Shut up. I like comic strips when newspapers were a thing when I was like 5 and my dad was getting them. I know he wasn't paying for them. I don't know how he got the newspaper, but I would sit there and
bless you, daddy out.
I don't know where he got. I mean, maybe he had money on the side. I don't know where he get it from.
Like, damn.
But he don't use technology like that. He ain't gonna listen to this. But anyway,
The neighbor's all mad. Like, there's my paper.
I like the Charlie Brown strips. I like the just the little comic book strips that they had in the newspaper. I like those. But real comic books, no, I'm not into that.
I feel like you all over the place. Can I be real? Because you in one episode are saying like this shit ain't books at all. Like they barely exist. They're from a whole other dimension. And you over here reading like nigga, you're damn near older than Mark is. Can I be real? Like
to the point and easy to read. And they have pictures. I know I'm playing the other side, but
comic books have pictures.
I know I'm a complicated person, but I'm sticking with my answer.
Okay, fair enough.
What's the black one's name in Peanuts?
Oh,
then you don't watch that. You don't read that shit.
No, I forget, but I know who you're talking about.
Oh my God!
I didn't even know there was
I
a
haven't
nigga in
seen
Charlie
the Charlie Brown movie in a long ass time. I mean, not the movie. The
Franklin. His name is Franklin.
I watched.
Franklin.
I used to watch
Franklin.
the
I didn't know
Brown
there was a
Christmas
black
one
boy on
every
it.
year.
Oh my God! Lord Jesus.
Honestly, I thought it was just Charlie Brown and that little bitch who always fucking with him.
Lucy?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was just them two. The universe was
There's
just them.
Peppermint Patty.
Linus.
There's
I knew
Peppermint's
Linus. I knew Linus too.
Darcy.
Darcy, yeah.
And then Snoopy, of course, because Snoopy is the only one that matters,
And-
right?
And Woodstock.
And
I don't know who that is.
He's the bear. He's the bear. She is a bird.
Oh, the little yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay.
A bear. I'm tripping.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that too. I always thought that was questionable.
Oh, damn.
That's Franklin, though. On the side.
By himself.
Damn.
But they included him at the table.
Well, at least he got that.
Yeah.
You sit over there on the other side with your indigenous diseases, Franklin. It's like,
Oh shit!
Put that in
Hey, I didn't say that.
hey, Charlie Brown said that, or maybe the adults. I mean, we don't know what they're saying. Can you understand them?
No. Well,
There you
that's
go.
in the cartoons, in the comic strip.
Well, we should understand.
There's adults in the comic strips.
No. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, so what do you mean by that's
in
in
the
the?
cartoon, they went womp 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 womp.
Well,
In the comic strip,
there were just no adults at all.
right?
Okay,
The
gotcha.
children talking to each other, or
Okay.
Snoopy.
Damn.
Snoopy could talk?
Yeah.
Woodstock.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Maybe he's head of the table.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
no,
The
he's
head of the table on the side. What kind of head of the table is that?
I'm trying to look
you
at
know
it
what?
from a positive place.
I'm not gonna, because Jesus's table was sideways in the Last Supper.
Yeah, but he was sitting in the middle.
That's
bro.
because the cameraman was on this.
oh, and we know who that cameraman was, right? So okay, that's good to know, Franklin, huh?
But all right, you didn't read comics. All right, it's cool.
I thought your boyfriend had some in the thing.
Yeah, he does. There's a whole box.
Yeah, you just don't.
So is
I'm
he?
not going in there.
Does he actually read them, or does he just collect them?
Huh?
Does he actually read the comics, or does he just?
No, he reads all of them. He buys them every so often.
Okay.
So you're
okay.
saying we needed him today?
I keep inviting him. He's like, he's like, they might go in on my ass. He's like,
We would absolutely. Yes, of course.
Yeah, we go in on everybody.
100, especially me. I will tear him apart.
Did you not miss the part that he's not shit?
Yeah, I will destroy him.
Not shit.
he would show up. He likes comic books. He likes video games. He likes all the fucking animes. Like,
On
and
our
he's
video game episode, he's coming.
no. I keep asking him, but he says no.
Does Alan need to call this man?
I think
I will if I need to.
Yeah, he'll call.
He'd like Adam.
So, Tiana's boyfriend, you are invited. Be ready to be destroyed. Your self-esteem may reduce for a couple of days. It's okay. It's all right. You'll bounce back.
Take a couple of Tylenol.
You know, you'll be all right. Okay? You know, keep
Drink some
coming.
Hennessy.
So, okay.
He drink Hennessy?
Yeah, I don't drink that shit. His mom
Yeah.
gives it to me.
Yeah.
I hate Hennessy. I like vodka.
I have no idea what.
That's racist.
They're like, you drink that Hennessy? I'm like, nah, I don't want that shit. I don't drink that dark liquor.
Dark.
Clearly you're not into that dark shit. I'm sorry. It was
Alamine coming out swinging.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus!
I drink it when it's given to me. I don't go out and.
I'm sorry. It was too easy. I couldn't help myself. You all know I don't have morals. Couldn't help it. My bad.
I mean,
That's fantastic.
Alabama is a lot of things,
That
but
was
shit is not one of them.
Oh my God. Okay. So we've only got a couple of, comic book exposed peoples. You already know that Hulk is my number one. So I'm curious. Let's bypass the comics a little bit. Do you guys think that changing mediums, like taking something from, whether it's comics to movies or, whatever to whatever, I think the other conversion that I can readily think of course, would be the most popular one, books to movies as well. Do you think that makes them cooler? Or it could also be series, comics to series is like, Titans on HBO, or even comics to animated series or cartoons like the Teen Titans from the early 2000s. Do you think that conversion or conversions of any type make things cooler, therefore more mainstream? Do you think that makes it better in any way?
I think it's like what you said earlier, like the manga to the anime, if it's done correctly. However, if it's done like the last Airbender movie
with M. Night Shyamalan, which that's not a movie, it's just garbage.
It makes you, rethink everything in your life. It's like, how terrible was that? Was the actual, cartoon that bad? Was the animated series that bad? You got to go back and rewatch it again.
Right.
But
And since you dropped that one, well, I mean, I know we're going to talk about this too, since we still need to, I mean, we may not come to a consensus. Who knows whether, certain things are anime or not. But since you dropped that Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, I would argue that in general, and I feel like this is pretty well known amongst, anime and manga enthusiasts in general, most adaptations of anime to movies are fucking hot garbage. Like they just don't do that shit.
Yeah, agreed.
Dragon Ball movie. Awful.
I wasn't too mad at Death Note. I know that might not be now, let me explain before y'all roast me. Clearly the anime was better. Clearly. Taken by itself, movie wasn't that bad.
That's almost impossible for me to do, though. I can't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But if you had, because Netflix be giving you random shit sometimes. If you had zero exposure to, any other Death Note medium and you just watch the movie, you'd think, Light is a fucking white goth, fucking depressed nigga, with a fucking creepy thing following her, so taken by itself, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst adaptation. I would say that is reserved for the Dragon Ball Z adaptation. Or Avatar.
I am willing to give you that. That movie was terrible.
The Dragon Ball Z one?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. I mean.
Well, even before that, there was Spawn, and that was pretty good.
I haven't watched that movie, so I can't speak on that one.
It was the 90s.
That one was not as bad.
No, I wouldn't say it because
Spawn wasn't bad.
Oh, no, it was bad. It was bad. It was terrible. Michael J. White, he's a very impressive person, though. He, if anybody could,
try it.
Yeah. He made his best efforts. He's at least a legitimately talented person as far as physical prowess and martial arts and things like that.
So you don't think he's a good actor, though? Or
he's legitimately a really talented person as it goes with martial arts and physical prowess. Look, I ain't trying to
I ain't trying to have no beef with the man. What you talking about?
I ain't trying to have him bust through this door, roundhouse my black ass.
shit.
But he's not Denzel.
You know what? It's hard to adapt any comic book into a live action. I think because even the best Batman film to me, it wasn't even Batman. It was the Joker that made it the best. Hugh Jackman.
Heath Ledger. I'm sorry.
You thinking about Means Man?
I am. I'm still on Wolverine.
Exactly.
Heath Ledger made The Dark Knight the best Batman movie that was ever created. It wasn't even about Batman. It was about the Joker.
Even Jack Nicholson said
I was gonna say.
Joker.
Yeah.
You cannot put a candle in his performance. That was magnificent.
And also the Joker is just a very deep and complex character.
Definitely.
I think he's the greatest villain that was ever created in because he can be so complicated and so conflicted within himself, as well as, with Harley and with Batman.
And you he's
he can go different ways.
Yes.
There's a variety of ways it can be written. Like the latest one, that was cool.
You almost don't want to label him strictly a villain.
Right.
A person asks you, "Oh, so is this person a villain?" I'm going to go with it's complicated. You know what I mean?
It depends.
He is complicated because sometimes
he never does anything good.
Right. So, he's not an anti-hero by any means.
No, he's not Deadpool by any means.
Right.
No.
He's pretty fucked up.
He is.
He is.
But is he... He's meaningful in the acts that he commits.
Right.
He doesn't.
Is he though?
He'll talk about it while doing it instead of just waiting to do it.
Very meaningful.
Like
because I think it
depends on the iteration though.
I feel like a villain or even the word evil, you're doing something bad for the sake of being bad. And he did have a lot of meaning behind everything he did. And even in The Dark Knight, technically, he didn't even, the very opening scene, he didn't rob anybody. Those other guys did.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
He just killed them.
Yeah.
No, wait, hold on.
They killed each other.
Yeah, they killed each other.
Yeah, like it's complicated. It's very complicated, and like the whole chaos and the creating order and the equality and equilibrium. Like it's complicated. I'm not saying he's good, but it's complicated.
He's definitely not good.
Yeah,
but like you're right. It's different when you go from live action to the animated series Joker, which was Mark Hamill, the best Joker voiceover that there is. He also played Luke in Star Wars. Shout out right there. But that to me, Joker is my all-time favorite villain, hands down, over Darth Vader. Eric Killmonger is my second because I can't
see. Now I don't even know that if you're making arguments for is he a villain or not, I would say Killmonger.
Yes, because
is more not more complicated than Joker, but there's more of a case for him to not be a villain than Joker is.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Yes,
I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But on my villains list, it goes.
You're jumping over though. You're going from DC to
Well, yeah. I mean, we don't have to be.
But strictly
the argument is sound.
Because look, this is how I look at it. This is how I look at it. In Marvel, if you're talking about the Avengers, their villains don't live very long. They make it a movie and they kill them motherfuckers. Batman kept locking the Joker up year after year, and he kept getting out.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So,
they've got recurring villains though,
and
now again, I'm not super deep into comic book lore, but take Doctor Doom for example. He's a recurring villain.
Right? Thanos is recurring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, granted, though
Loki.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
No. What I'm saying, anyone fair. They didn't kill Loki. He did die. Thanos died.
Well,
did he die?
And you're talking about the movies right now, correct?
Yeah.
Well,
he died in that universe.
He did die in that universe. They even said he died in his own TV show.
But now we're in a different universe.
Multiverse.
Because
it's going to be dope. I'm ready for that.
Because when Hulk snapped, he changed. Remember?
By the way, they fucked up my nigga, the Hulk. That nigga could heal that arm. Fuck Marvel for that shit. MCU, give that nigga his arm back, please. Anyway.
When he was talking to the Ancient One and she was showing you the flow of time, and if you take one out, that they fucked up. They fucked up the universe with that. So
see that preview for SheHulk.
A lot of shit that happened.
Is that a shit that's actually gone down?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Meg Thee Stallion for real?
No.
Okay. Thank God.
We missed that. What happened?
SheHulk. A preview for SheHulk.
Mm-hmm. It's like 15 seconds, but it's out.
Okay. And is it a teaser or is it genuine?
Teaser.
Okay.
But it's genuine.
Okay. It's a Marvel teaser. It's an official teaser.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Okay.
So Hulk's getting his own stuff again.
Well, SheHulk, technically.
He's in it too.
Well, he has to be in it.
Fair enough.
I forgot her name.
But
Zendaya.
Look, after Dune, I don't have nothing against Zendaya. I'm not after Dune though,
she was barely in Dune.
And
what if I said everybody who did Dune, that movie was so boring.
They're all to blame.
I'm not. I
knew you were about to say that.
Yes, he absolutely was. Y'all.
Oh my God!
Don't come for my.
I have to because that movie was fucking boring.
Don't come from
that movie was
fine.
No.
Someone explained to me this walk they were supposed to be doing in the desert that they only did one time, and then
you mean in Dune?
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. I gave up after 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
To be completely honest. That movie was, and they showed
through, and I still don't, all I remember is Jason Momoa, flashes of Zendaya.
Yes, that movie had fucking A-listers in it.
She was in it at the end. And then I remember, Bautista, he was in it.
Mm-hmm.
But when we have Jason Momoa on.
You really don't. Can I be real? It's not worth it.
Is that bad?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad. It's boring.
It's boring.
If you couldn't get through GT, you're not going to get through Dune. You're going to. It's boring.
How long is it?
It's visually stunning.
2.5 hours.
It's visually stunning. Put it on and do some other stuff. Watch it. Don't listen to it.
Background.
Oh my God.
I believe it's 2.5 hours.
The visuals, Sandscapes are fantastic.
Listen, just watch fucking National Geographic or something.
Like a Nicki Minaj video, just mute it and watch the video.
I mean, if you're looking for them Sandscapes, though, again, National Geographic got solid that for you.
Yeah, I remember that 45 minutes of sand comment. I was trying to watch Netflix. My boyfriend tried to watch Dune. I was like, nope. Elamine said 45 minutes of sand. Don't click on it.
It's not like I just couldn't do it. But anyway, shit, we got hella off topic. What the fuck were we talking about?
Lord Jesus.
Comic books.
All right.
Oh, crossing genres. Crossing genres.
Comics to cartoons or animated series, and then we talked about Batman and.
This nigga talking about SheHulk.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, well,
Turtle.
look, hey, I'm looking out for your boy.
But X-Men was a good example of how they did do a crossover well.
Shout out to Halle Berry.
No, I'm not talking about that bullshit. I'm talking about the comics to the animated series.
Whoa. Did you just say bullshit after Halle Berry?
Did you just use her name in vain like that?
Wow.
Oh, you can't do that. I'm gonna need you,
Mark. I'm gonna need you to get your wife.
I gotta just turn right here.
You know what?
How come you don't like her? Or you just didn't like her in that role?
I like Halle Berry.
You said bullshit within 5 words of Halle. Listen, you clearly don't.
No,
you didn't put enough respect on that name.
First of all, is she in my top 10? She might be 9 or 10, but
that's good enough.
Yeah,
that's good enough.
I would have
out of just female actors, or who's above her?
I would have Selma.
Okay.
Selma get it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who else?
Hey, girl, if you listening, I mean,
everybody likes her.
You one of my ones. My wife already cleared that. Just call me.
I like Tessa Thompson.
Who the fuck is that?
Right.
I feel like I've seen her, but I don't know.
I like how all the dudes are like, who is that?
We all picked up.
She was in Apollo. She was.
Oh, the girlfriend?
Oh, okay.
She looks good.
Oh, she was Valkyrie too.
She's a lot older than she looks too, but she looks very young.
Oh, no.
Wait, how old is she? 38?
That's the girl from Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know about them cheekbones, but
I like her.
I get it.
Like her. Yeah, I get it.
I get. I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
I don't. There ain't enough there for me.
Who's your number one?
Selma.
Oh, I thought you were going back and like.
Oh no, I mean, well, you already know Rihanna.
Rihanna's on.
Rihanna's on.
How you doing, girl? I mean, if you listen, it's okay.
Oh, this nigga. He trying to donate the community dick again. That's an insult, by the way.
Or maybe he was trying to help me, because either way it goes.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, whatever it takes.
I mean, how could you not? If like they said in the video when she did with Nerd, I don't know if y'all know who Nerd is, but there was a video she had, and the girl was sitting between her legs getting her hair cut.
Wait, who? Rihanna?
No, Rihanna was cutting the hair, and the girl was sitting in between Rihanna's legs.
Facing her?
No, babe. It was a music video.
Well, if it was one of Rihanna's videos, then anything could happen in there.
It was a music video. She was getting her hair cut, and then the rest of the music video was the girl who got her hair cut. But anyway, in the YouTube comments, it was like, who wouldn't want to sit in between Rihanna's legs and let her do what she wanted? Yeah. I was like, that's not a bad.
Wears a hat. Oh,
not a bad point.
It's fine.
But yeah, Halle Berry would be like, okay, maybe not 9 or 10, because she was pretty good looking in Swordfish. And in James Bond.
And Boomerang back in the day.
She was fire in John Wick too, please. Please.
She was.
But then there's Alison from Eureka. I would put
she's nice too.
Halle Berry.
That girl from the Fade video? I don't even know her name.
No, I wouldn't put her up there.
She ain't even an actor, but I like that girl.
Put her up there.
The Fade video.
She's talking about that singer, the one you were saying that 6-packs aren't sexy.
Oh, Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, her.
Oh, okay.
What?
On my list.
What? No, I know the name. I didn't say that. That was.
She's amazing.
I think she's been him.
No, you know what? So I don't know if you were headed there, but Storm as a character, maybe it's just the way they use her in the movies.
Yeah, they don't use her like they do in the comic.
Yeah,
she's so much more powerful than
and it's like, you know, oh shit, it's going down. You got claws. You're shooting shit out your eyes. Hold on.
Fog.
Hold up. It's generating. You just wait.
I will accept
Here come
that.
the clouds.
Yeah.
Now, see,
Now they're turning dark. Oh, watch this fucking light.
I mean, I feel like there wasn't that much build up in the original X-Men, though. It was,
In the original X-Men,
and I'm talking about, the Hugh Jackman shit, not the.
Oh, I didn't like the movies because the comics and the animated series portrayed Rogue and Storm better. They were stronger in those two mediums.
And they just made more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the movies, in the Avenger movies, what's her name?
Black Widow.
Yes, she makes no fucking sense.
Neither
She's
does Hawkeye.
stupid.
But in the comic book,
At least he had Black Widow, her character is downright sexist. You know what I mean? Like
all they showed was ass on.
Yeah, her power is being a woman who is sexy. You know what I mean? Like,
is this in the movie or the comics that you?
In the movies, like in a lot of scenes, like how do they use her? Like, oh hey, guy, what's going on? Got him. You know what I mean?
First time she's seducing Tony.
Yeah, and then in a lot of scenes they like make fun of her where it's like, okay, all right, guys, we're about to go over here. Everybody's flying, Hulk is jumping, and she's like, oh, I need a ride. You know what I mean? Like, this is not your element. Like, you're an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. You're like Peggy Carter. Like, she's dope in her show because that's her element. There's levels of fucking characters. Mm-hmm. You're down here. You're like a cop. You're like a firefighter. You're not a super.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you hanging out with us? You know what I mean?
I think they only put Black Widow in there because she was a woman.
Yeah, it's like
because there were so many other characters they could have chosen that have actual power.
Yeah, like, oh shit, they're fucking attacking downtown Plaza. I gotta take a Uber. What?
Right.
What the fuck?
Captain Marvel.
It's gonna be here in 25 minutes. Like,
Captain Marvel couldn't be in there though because she would one punch everything and it'd be over.
I personally.
So could the Hulk. So can Thor.
No.
This is true.
And they
but
make
the Hulk
it make
got his
sense.
ass whooped by Thanos.
MCU did Hulk dirty. Can I be real? They did that nigga so dirty.
The comic book.
Hulk is the strongest period in the comic book. But they fucked him over in that movie.
You mean the strongest Avenger?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's the strongest period too. Please.
Well, I mean, he would have beat the shit out of Thanos.
Okay.
In the comic.
Like in the comics, I believe, I don't know specifically what issue, but I believe there is an issue where Thanos goes out of his way to say, I'm trying not to fuck with this Hulk nigga. So
I believe you there. Yeah. Because in the comic, Thanos' whole thing was he was doing all that.
For Lady Death.
Right. And Lady Death like Deadpool. Imagine that.
Yo, see, that's why I fucks with this nigga Deadpool, though. Yeah. This nigga Deadpool, though, like, he be stealing everybody's bitches. Let's be real.
And he's definitely the nigga of the... like, talking shit, just not going about it like, hey, look, bruh.
Now, that's another adaptation they did right. That is clearly Deadpool's...
and I feel like that's barely an adaptation, though, because of his wall-breaking power.
I think
he talks shit about the other people. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm just glad that he got another chance to be a superhero because that damn
Green Lantern was
awful.
Oh my god!
They said, you know what? We can give you one more shot, and he's killing it. So,
now, okay, so we are currently talking about do the conversions work? So, what about comic to cartoon? Like, how do you? Well, you talked about that a little with the
X-Men.
With the X-Men. I also
did it.
Who?
Boondocks.
We're about to get into that actually. I also want to shout out again the Teen Titans from the early 2000s because that's actually where one of my personal favorite Black comic book characters comes from.
Yeah.
Like I fucks, and I think I mentioned this in an earlier episode. Like I like picking particular points in a character's development and saying that's my favorite versus, this character is my favorite all across the board except for Hulk. So Cyborg from the early 2000s Teen Titans is my favorite iteration of Cyborg, first of all. And he's one of my favorite Black characters. I particularly liked, what was the episode? I think he was fighting Atlas. Or there might be two episodes. I think one was he was fighting Atlas, and so he needed to, push himself past his mechanical limits, right? He needed to tap into his human side and say, no, I got this. And then I think there was another one where he like got sent back in time or some shit. And I really fucked with that one too. And then my second is going to be Static Shock.
That was
Virgil,
good.
yo, I fuck with Virgil. I think that was early 2000s too.
Yes.
Right? I feel like I heard they were trying to reboot that shit.
I thought they were trying to make a movie.
They should do that.
Are they?
That would be nice. I mean, I feel like now's the time.
It's on Hulu.
Static Shock? Hey, I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah, I'm on that too.
I was about to cancel my Hulu subscription. Maybe not.
You gotta start paying for it first.
Listen. I don't speak that language. I don't know what that means. Like paying for it? Like what is that? Anyway. But yeah, no, so Cyborg and Virgil, like Virgil Hawkins, right? I fucks with them niggas.
I appreciate that. I mean, my favorite black character is Black Panther, T'Challa, all the way. Followed by Vixen, because she was the first, besides Storm. I mean, and then there's Jon Stewart of the Green Lantern Corps.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My
the
favorite.
best Green Lantern.
He wasn't always black to my knowledge though. Right?
Well, there was
Jon
like
Stewart was
3 or
always
4
black.
of the there was more than one.
There's more than one Green Lantern.
Yeah,
but
they
Jon
covered it.
Stewart.
Oh, okay.
was black. Yeah.
Okay, my bad. That's my bad.
The first Green Lantern in the Justice League animated series. That one right there. That nigga right there.
Okay. Okay.
That's the best one to me.
Okay.
He took no shit because he was in the military.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
I will accept that Green Lantern over Hal Jordan any day.
Okay.
And which really pissed me off when they turned Justice League into an action movie, that they didn't put the black Green Lantern in like they did in Justice League.
Did they introduce the Green Lanterns at all yet? Because you're talking about like
the
DCEU, right?
Yeah, they're introducing.
When did they introduce the Green Lanterns?
Introducing them,
It's supposed to
but
be
they're
Tyrese,
starting
but
with
he
Hal
crazy.
Jordan. They're not starting with Jon Stewart.
Well, no, but at what point did they introduce them? I didn't.
They're going to.
Oh, so they haven't yet.
No, there's supposed to be a whole Green Lantern.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's going to be based around Hal and not John, which is stupid as fuck to me.
Okay.
But I guess, you got to cater to your fan base, right?
Okay, fair enough. Because he is black, right? The Martian Man hunter.
Martian Man Hunter
Specifically in Snyder's cut. In the DCEU Justice League, I believe they made him black, correct?
He's a
He's
black
a Martian.
man in that, but yeah, he's a Martian.
True.
He's from Mars.
True.
Martian Man.
That's actually, you know what? We need to have an episode about that shit. And I think I mentioned this in a previous episode too. Like, we know that they're different colors and shit, but we know
Start him with Worf, please.
Fuck Star Trek. We're not doing that.
Oh no, that was Alameen that said that.
Well, no, not
Love
because
it.
I'm enjoying it so far. So not fuck Star Trek, but we're not talking about Star Trek right now.
Oh.
I'm just, curious to have a conversation about this in the future, whether certain colors or certain characters are equivalent to certain ethnicities, if it's up for interpretation, based on their character mannerisms or whatever. I feel like that's something we should touch on.
I think the Martians, they hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
And actually, to touch on that, I don't know if you guys watch Young Justice, but the current Young Justice series,
Martian, yeah.
yeah, and like their racism is spot on.
Yeah.
And I feel like that.
Well, she's not a Karen.
She used to be a little bit, but
Okay, yeah.
You're talking about Miss Martian.
Yeah. What the fuck is her name for real? Megan. There we go. Thank you.
Megan.
But like the way they deep dive into the Martian culture and society in this current season, like I really fucks with that, because prior to that, I really didn't know too much about it. And I don't know if, I'm sure other comics have done that, but I appreciated that from the current season in general. So that's another one. Watch Young Justice if you haven't already. I don't like how they abruptly cut into different fucking things mid-season though. Like the whole thing they're doing right now with like Artemis and her sister and shit. I'm like, I wanted to see how crazy Megan and Miss Martian became after Superboy died. Like,
Excuse me?
Oh, my bad. Did I spoil it for
A
you?
little bit, bro.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Damn.
My bad. You can cut this part out. My bad. Don't spoil it for the rest of them. But anyway,
Just Mark.
just Mark.
Yeah, who cares how I feel about it?
Just to let y'all know, midpoint, there'll be spoilers in this podcast. So
It's a bit late for that now.
I said midpoint.
Oh, okay. But anyway.
It could be labeled that way in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, true. Light spoilers. Okay. So now I feel like let's jump into, are certain things anime? If so, why? I want to start with Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Please. Yes.
Is that anime? I don't think so.
No, I think it's a cartoon. It came on Nickelodeon.
Let's pivot to that.
Okay. Because
Does network matter?
Yes.
I did not think about that because Cartoon Network did have Toonami and all that shit. They did have anime. Nickelodeon did not.
They have Adult Swim.
But you see how they separated it?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but that's because of the content, though. Like, you can't have...
Yeah, it's adult.
Right? It's, you can't have the gore and fighting.
But there are anime that aren't necessarily for adults.
Or violent.
What you mean, like Powerpuff Girls?
No,
That's not anime.
I mean, there are definitely Japanese animations that come directly from Japan that never touch American shores in hard copy that are rated PG.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I agree with that. But Avatar being a cartoon based on the fact, one, the way it's drawn, but two, it was on Nickelodeon. I don't think it was ever meant to be an anime. It was just meant to be a cartoon.
So
Okay.
I would like to play the devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Surprise.
all right, well, next time I'll just play the devil. So you're watching Nickelodeon. There's an animated show that you're watching, and it's a little, don't worry about that. Said a few, okay, so you're watching an animated show on Nickelodeon, and it's a little bit ambiguous. You're like, is this just a cartoon that Nickelodeon has produced, or is this an anime? Because the drawing style kind of looks like anime, but going based off what you said, it is from Nickelodeon. It was produced by Nickelodeon. And the credits come up, and they are all Japanese names.
I didn't say who it was created for. I said where it's created. So
Yeah, no, it was produced by Nickelodeon.
are you
On American
advocating
soil.
that Avatar is
I'm not advocating anything. I'm asking you questions.
It doesn't matter if all the credits were Japanese or, Russian. The content of the show and its drawing style, plus where it's being, broadcasted off of, is what makes it an anime.
Well, now, I mean, it's that where it's being broadcasted off of depends on country, I want to say, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but Avatar came on Nickelodeon in every country. It didn't.
Did it?
Yeah.
Is Nickelodeon in every country thing?
Why wouldn't Nickelodeon?
I don't know.
be in
I'm
every
just
country?
I'm ignorant in general. You already know that.
No.
Or a Nickelodeon like,
Fair enough.
because you didn't believe that Futurama was sci-fi
Well, hold up
because
now.
it was a cartoon.
I didn't associate it with sci-fi because
it was a cartoon.
Well, yes. Okay, fair enough. You're right. Okay.
So you distinguish cartoons from animated series. Like, for example, Batman, the animated series, you would call a cartoon, but it's literally in the title of the show, animated series. Justice League is an animated series, but you'll label it a cartoon.
And so, well, okay. Yes, that is true. Now,
But Boondocks, drawn like an anime on Adult Swim, but not an anime. An animated series, but not an anime.
Okay, so two things that I want to draw out from there.
But wait, I'm not done.
Okay, my bad. Hey, my bad. I'm sorry for trying to enforce the patriarchy. That's my bad.
No worries.
I thought you had 5 minutes. That's enough from you. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
No, but because I think Afro Samurai was also on Adult Swim, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
And he was an anime. So
Okay.
Oh, well,
That is still debatable.
but I guess it depends on the person. Why is it debatable, though?
Well, okay, so that's going to tie into...
It has all the anime elements.
Well...
Is it because he's black?
Maybe.
Oh.
No. No, hold up. Okay. So I agree with you. It's a roundabout explanation. I agree with you on Avatar. Mm-hmm. Part of the reason why I agree with you on Avatar is because after the series concluded, I'm pretty sure it was after the series concluded, there were media that was put out, to further the lore, further the world. Some of that was comic books. And notice I said specifically comic books, not manga, right? And we talked about this in a previous episode. In, Japan, the order is manga first, gets turned into an anime for advertising purposes, and then back to the manga. Sometimes it's popular enough that they'll animate the entire thing, right? Avatar was the series, got turned into a comic book.
I'm pretty sure it was a book first.
Very possibly. I'm not 100. And there are Avatar novels, like there's the Kyoshi novels and shit. But the fact that it's comic book, right? Specifically, it's not left to right, or is it right to left? Right to left on it. Yeah, it's right to left. It's not right to left. It's a regular comic book. Leads me to believe, yes, this is Americanized media. It is not meant to tie into, the Japanese media output format.
So all it could be anime if it's Japanese produced?
No, not at all. Not because, there's a lot of Japanese creators that, went to work on Avatar. So it's not specifically Japanese produced. I feel like I feel like it might boil down to, does this come from a manga, to be honest? And if it doesn't, I don't think it's an anime. I feel like that would be, if I had to give it some intellectual muscle, I would say that is the bottom line for me.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
It has to be a manga.
I agree.
I would say so. Yeah. Yes, for me.
Or any written form
there must
before
be a manga.
No, it specifically has to have come from a manga.
Now, what makes something a manga?
It's just like comic books. It's a specific type of format. So manga is right to left, for example, which, isn't unique to manga. Like Arabic is read right to left as well, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But manga is a specific subsection of written media.
So it says a manga is updated weekly or monthly in a I can't talk. In a magazine alongside different titles, while comics are usually on their own.
Okay.
So comics can be tied to multiple creators, while manga is associated with a single one.
I think that specific single one, I take more than it has to be published in a magazine or something, because and I don't follow it closely enough to know this 100%. Shonen Jump. Mm-hmm. But are the... Oh shit, you know what? Because they collect them into the never mind. I take that shit back. Yeah, because originally they're published single chapter and then they collect them into those manga books that you would otherwise buy. So that makes sense. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah. For me, if it's not derived or reverse derived, maybe it started as a anime-esque cartoon and then they turned it into a manga. I don't think I would call it anime. And so I'm wondering, does Afro Samurai have a manga associated with it?
So got something for you here. And it only makes it more confusing, honestly. The definition that I get from Oxford for anime.
Oof, Oxford.
Hold on.
Them Britishes, they make all the rules in the world.
The Oxford Dictionary isn't exactly from... Anyway.
My bad. I'm uneducated. I'm uncultured.
I know. And we forgive you for that.
Thank you.
We still love you anyway. A style of Japanese film and television animation typically aimed at adults as well as children. So the part that sticks out to me is style of, not necessarily Japanese. However, I go to Kotaku.com, which is Japanese. So I thought it would be interesting to hear the Japanese definition of anime versus the American definition of anime. But it does not get more clear.
Okay.
So it shows the Japanese characters and it says it's written as this, which literally means anime and is short for the word animation.
So anything animated to them is anime, basically, is what that's saying.
Yeah. Anything animated. And it goes on to say in the West, the word anime refers to Japanese cartoons, but it generally refers to a specific type of anime, namely Japanese cartoons where the characters have giant eyes and funky colored hair.
So they're referring to the style. Oh, my bad for cutting you off.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say maybe they just said it like that because they're the people primarily like making animes.
Yeah.
So from them, it's not like Japanese style. It's animation just for them. But for us, we're looking at it from our side. Like, no, it's their type of shit.
No, and that's kind of the way I took it. Like, you know, like it's like when you go to the South, they don't call it Southern style cooking. They just call it cooking. You know what I mean? Like that would be repetitive for you to say that. You know, so in Japan, they wouldn't call it Japanese animation. We just call it animation here, you know? So everything we animate, you know what I mean? It's like, I'd hate to get on this subject, but it's like, when a person says, you know, oh, you don't talk like black people. I go, well, technically any way that I talk is a way that black people talk because I'm black.
Right.
You know, so you can't say, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Any way that they animate anything in Japan is anime because a Japanese person animated it.
Interesting. Okay, so are you...
So Hello Kitty would be considered anime?
Anything animated by a Japanese person is anime because it's a Japanese animation.
I disagree. Because there's Japanese people here in America that animate things.
That's a point.
And it's not always considered anime. So we can't...
Well, for us...
Because you're Japanese, your shit is anime.
I think it was more like, from the Japanese standpoint, they don't consider Naruto anime. It's just...
Well, they do, though. I mean, they, to my knowledge... and this is from, you know, tuning into the anime fan base and, you know, shit like that. They recognize anime as anime, in Japan. I mean, in some of the more meta animes, like they will write that into the story where they've got, you know, like for example, otaku, right? That's a Japanese societal concept where the person is basically, or neets, which if you're not familiar with that, that's basically just someone who totally antisocial, trapped within their room, right? And that's for neat. Otaku is like what we would consider a blurred or a nerd, for example, like someone who's super tuned in to this, otherwise fringe, otherwise unpopular media. So they recognize their content is anime. Now, what their perception of that means specifically, I don't think we would fully be able to understand because, you know, we're not Japanese and shit, but.
Well, it says the dispute typically begins with the word itself, anime, which is shortened for animation. And in Japan, the word is often used as a blanket term for animated content, no matter where it's from. So I don't think they would say, oh, Naruto's anime, while, you know, Hello Kitty is not. That's what I'm trying to say. All of it is animation to them.
Yeah.
So, well, okay,
I think that we make that distinction. You know,
us making distinctions because we're racist.
And
you're not wrong.
And also, I think that it might be a thing of how things get lost in translation. Yeah. How we have several different words for a certain thing, but there's only one for it there. You know, like you know, oh, we're watching this thing on TV. Oh, it's anime. Where we're over here talking about cartoons, animated series, anime, and what? No.
Interesting.
It's just anime. It's all just anime. What are you guys talking about? You guys got all these damn words for it.
Yeah.
It's just anime.
For like what you were saying earlier about, you know, you said a certain amount of things like the large eye, the funky hair, that is anime.
To us.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
So, but we can look at all kind of cartoons. Danny Phantom had big eyes and funky hair.
True.
But we don't consider that anime. There's a lot of cartoons that fit the bill according to that are still pushed out of it.
And then to build off of that.
Thing.
I think so. And it's like, because when we want to identify a specific type of animation, we say that Japanese style of animation, we say anime, because it would be very confusing to us if we didn't, you know, but to them, why would they need to identify their type? You know what I mean? That's not a necessity for them.
Right, because it's not so much of a mixing pot over there as it is here.
Right. And maybe they're over there saying American anime when they want to discuss, you know, like
American.
That was actually what I was going to ask, though. Do they do that?
That would be a good question.
I mean,
do they wait on the dub or the sub?
They speak Japanese. They don't need to. Oh, well, I guess for English, right?
English.
Fair enough. Good.
Yeah.
Good, fair point.
And you know, worldly speaking, we're kind of the jerks. Everyone speaks English.
Fair
We
enough.
just don't speak nothing else.
True.
As a whole.
This is true.
Calm down. I'm just saying.
We know you speak more.
Yes.
You do?
Relax.
Yeah.
What else do you speak?
She's better than us.
Damn. Where you been hiding now? You just been speaking regular ass English to me.
She ain't gonna speak that shit to us because we're some regular ass Americans.
Right. We don't know what to say.
Well, now speak for yourselves. I do.
thought he spoke French and he said he didn't.
That's you assuming again that I
and you
know all Africans.
Texting me French shit, and I gotta tell you every time I don't speak that shit. Would you stop it?
That's true. I do. But you've been to France, so I assumed you learned a little.
Well, just because I've been to France don't mean I know.
No, both of you niggas been to France, but then he went to France with me. He didn't know one thing, and I had to save him from a hot dog vendor.
No, see, if I'm going to another country, like, not to be an asshole, but I'm gonna need you to speak American.
Oh, wow!
And
just out of curiosity, what hot dog vendor?
Oh, so we were by
the Louvre.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, a little
because
bit.
the one in front of the Moulin Rouge is fire. I was feeling that shit.
No,
we went there.
So we were walking toward fucking. Anyways, we were walking down the street. Place. He was looking at the hot dog vendor. So the hot dog vendor took it as he wanted a hot dog. So he stuck the bun on the heater and he was warming up the hot dog. Then Mark was like, no. And then the hot dog vendor started cussing at him in French. And I had to say, no, he didn't want the hot dog, sir. And then he just kept cussing, and I was like, Mark, just walk. Just keep walking.
Well, you made eye contact with him.
Yeah.
That means I want your wares.
I seen you look at me. You want a hot dog? Obviously, that's what that means. Whoa. Hey, I didn't say coffee.
True, you're right. You didn't say washing your feet. You're right. You're right.
We're in America, not France.
I'm the only person that hasn't been out of the country. My little country bumpkin ass. I need to go see some shit.
You do.
It's wonderful.
It's amazing when you leave out of here. It's so much better.
It's even better when they don't know you're American.
Or you're
Canadian.
And not to come from you, but they thought we were African.
They thought we were Canadian. I told everybody I'm Canadian.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Is it because nobody likes Americans?
That's right.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. They did not think I was African out there. Them African motherfuckers was not.
Well, no, the white people, or whatever country you go to.
Some Africans in France. They were.
I ran into a lot. I was in the neighborhood. And them niggas was not feeling me.
In England too,
yep.
they were.
And they fucked with you.
Hamburgers and shit. It was good.
I guess they didn't like you.
No,
nigga.
Did you say something, or they just knew?
No, well, like in America, it's like a thing. You know what I mean? You say, hey, you know what I mean? Little non-verbal type of. You feel me? Yep, straight up. You know what I mean? These niggas, I was looking for some kind of. Nah, they wasn't even looking in my direction. They keep it moving.
Your look.
No,
hella dodging. I was in the fucking neighborhood. I was chilling with these fools. They had it was like businesses that were closed and they was chilling in it, doors open. Nope. I was like, damn, these niggas ain't even trying to look at me. Like, bruh, like I'm fucking going out my way to catch a fucking glance. Like, what?
And you had interacted with them prior to this, or is this your first interaction?
This was me chilling over. I was over there for weeks. Like, damn, nigga, you didn't see me every day. What the fuck?
You didn't find any just regular black people?
No, not at all.
Regular black people?
African American.
I didn't find very many Americans. I ran into one.
Maybe.
And she was from Chicago.
Oh.
Did we run into? I don't think so.
Yeah, we did. Lady was in the grocery store.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
We went shopping.
We did.
In France. It was dope.
And in Britain. Oh, we had to go shopping in Britain because their food was
fucking gross. Look, you know what? I don't usually talk about a whole culture of people, but steaming food is not seasoning it.
Not.
You cannot steam anything and think it's going to taste good.
What was it?
A steak.
No salt and pepper.
None. Yeah. They didn't even have A1.
And they were proud as shit about their steak. It was
steamed steak.
It tasted like steamed.
You should have just slid some Lowry seasoning salt.
From where? Where are we going to get this Lowry?
I wish I would have brought it.
I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on that steamed shit. Like, what?
It was so bland. It tasted like it was steamed.
But it wasn't actually steamed.
It wasn't actually steamed.
Oh, shit. I'm like, ew.
It was awful.
Nothing good. It was pretty bad. And we got that shit for free.
Yeah.
You know, free food tastes the best.
Free food tastes the best. And that's still...
So even the seasoning of free didn't make it taste good?
I want my money back.
Right?
I want some time or something.
Right. I mean, their fish and chips, it was not up to par.
That's what's supposed to be the only
right.
That was supposed to be their.
You're supposed to go into a pub.
We went into the fish and chips place.
We went to the best one.
This man.
That's what they said.
Wait, wasn't he was a white man, right?
Yeah.
This white man came over to us talking about he learned how to cook fried chicken in Louisiana.
He lied.
No, it was Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Wait. This food probably got, they be using pinches of salt.
So Mark tried the fried chicken because I'm not trying nobody else.
I was like, if you lying, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This shit was not good.
So he told him the truth. What
did he say?
It was terrible.
I said, bro, don't claim this at all.
I mean, he can claim that shit in England. Don't you come to the States
don't
talking
come
about
don't come over here.
They don't know. Terrible. They don't know no
damn. It's like that.
Like that. I mean, Church's chicken was
so one of the funniest things, I didn't go there because, you know, when you're in France, you fucking eat French shit. And I wasn't going there for that, but they did have EFC. They had European fried chicken, just like KFC.
Mm-hmm.
I was dead. I was like, nah, fuck that. I ain't eating this shit, but this is hilarious that you guys have this.
It was weird seeing McDonald's.
Yeah.
There.
They had a different menu though. That was interesting. Yeah.
Their bacon is better than our bacon.
Yeah, it is.
It's not bacon.
It's like a slab of ham.
Yeah.
Oh, like Canadian bacon?
Yeah.
No, Canadian bacon is ham, isn't it?
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But their bacon was thick.
So I've seen that on TV. Apparently we're the only country that uses that cut of the pig and calls it bacon. Every other country in the world, that's not bacon to them.
They got that little, does everybody else just...
Deliciousness.
It's good.
Now, I don't know nothing about pork, but what cut of bacon are you talking, or in America?
So in America, it like comes from, like the stomach area. And,
so it's literally just like the bullshit off the rib.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, it's like thicker and fatter and
there's more fat.
Hoghead cheese is the bullshit. Bacon made from a different part.
When you showed me that picture of
you're
yucky.
fortunate. You're fortunate. His parents eat hoghead cheese.
Ew.
And it is not cheese. I ate that shit.
You both learned that lesson then.
I didn't eat it more than once.
Well, that's why I had to. That's why I tried it. You know, because I can't.
I knew better. I knew better when they were hunting squirrels in Alabama.
I'm willing to try anything once. I can't down something without trying it myself.
I can.
Yo, I saw the picture of that, and I'm like,
it's not the business.
It looked like a disease.
Yeah, it's congealed fat.
It is the bacon.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
It's a little too red for my taste, but you know, okay. That's European, correct?
Oh, okay. What's the damn ham you want to try?
That mummy ham?
Mummified ham, but
that shit was 80 years. It's been dead for 80 years.
Whoa, mummified ham?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
Oh, I had a fucking century egg too.
Oh shit!
A century egg? What is that?
They bury it in a pot for 100 yeyears.
Yeah,
it's black.
Yeah.
So that's not like one of the. I don't know if it's the Philippines. They have those
balut.
Yeah,
no,
I had one of those too.
Balut. I don't fuck with that shit.
No, it actually tastes like a regular egg. Like the texture is different, but
yeah, the texture is dead duck babies.
Have you had a duck egg? It tastes like a regular egg.
But there's dead duck babies in Balut.
Yeah, it's like
ew.
You see the fucking.
I mean,
eyeball?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen.
And because my boy, he couldn't eat his. He was like,
neither could I. Like, no, this was an entire thing. I don't want to get super into it, but like me and this one Filipino girl who we were acquaintances prior. Like,
we already know what went down.
This man's throwing all kinds of disclaimers on it.
No, so
she tried to hold his hand. Yep.
Anyway, so like I made her, yam and eggs, which is like a Nigerian breakfast staple because
yam,
yam and like this Ghanaian yams. Look it up; it's different. It's not
Canadian yams,
Ghanaian yams,
Ghanaian
from Ghana.
Yeah. Yes, from Ghana. Yes, Ghanaian yams. So yam and eggs, that's like a Nigerian breakfast staple. It may be West African breakfast staple. I don't know. I don't speak for all of West Africa, Pam. Okay. But anyway, so I made her that and she brought me balut, disrespectful as hell. And we sat in that car for a good 2 hours. And then finally, when we got out to go to Denny's, I spit that shit in the bushes.
How long did you have it in your mouth?
A long ass time. I could not swallow that shit. No.
Just throw it out the car.
It is a duck embryo or fetus or some shit. It's not an egg. That's a dead duck.
It would have been in my mouth for 2 hours.
I'm not.
Got the prison.
So like,
I'll tell y'all later.
The beak is a little crunchy. So the texture is a little different, but it's just egg. It's just.
It's not. Yes. Yeah. There are feathers.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, but
just look at the picture. Like it's, and I'm not trying to knock culture, but there's some shit where it's just like I can't.
Some cookies you like, some cookies.
Exactly. Like,
did you listen to that diss track about the Ghana Jollof?
Yo, listen. Everybody already knows that Nigeria is where the business is. Like, we's the Wakanda.
Oh, did you do the fucking research? There really was a fucking tomato drought in Nigeria.
I did not do that research.
It was literally that year that video came out. There was a tomato drought, and they was bagging. They was talking shit.
Yeah, okay. I need to actually get into that. But Nigerian jollof rice is where it's at. Please.
Back on topic. Moving on.
Yes.
Okay. Jesus Christ! I don't know how we got here.
Yes. Back on topic. Okay.
But you fucking with the yams though. Okay.
I was going to ask.
Okay.
But if it's from Ghana, how is it a Nigerian staple?
Okay. The Ghanaian yams are indeed the business. Now we do, that said, I believe, and I don't want to speak super authoritatively on this. I think Ghana exports yams to America more frequently than Nigeria does.
What color are their yams?
Well, they're brown. Like it's
the inside.
Well, they're a different color.
Oh, you
yams.
mean? Well,
there's white and red.
Purple.
The inside is white. Well, so those yams that you're talking about are closer to potatoes than anything else. Like they're all tubers and shit, but Ghanaian yams are like American yams on steroids, and then they aged correctly for like 50 years. And that's not to say that it's not good, because I like sweet yams and sweet potatoes and shit like that, but it's just different.
Sweet potatoes and yams are.
Well, okay.
Oh, she one of them people. They not that. Oh,
they're different.
I know, but the people that have to get on their soapbox about it is
right.
what.
Are they not?
You don't put marshmallows on candied yams.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes, you can put marshmallows on. That's for me.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes is for children. Candy yams is for adults.
I'm not interesting.
I was about to say, what's the name of that lady in Louisiana that makes
the shack lady? I don't know her name.
I don't know this lady, but there's a shack in Louisiana in Baton Rouge.
She put her foot in the
Y'all need to find this shack.
You do.
It's by the old car wash.
It's off
this place is the business.
It is. It's across from Texaco.
And what does she sell there? Give her a shout out. What does she sell there?
Soul food.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Cajun Creole.
I don't know her name.
Where that's at.
I don't know her name.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, is there more than one Texaco?
The only Texaco.
You know the street?
The only lady selling soul food by the shack, by the Texaco. I know.
It's off
I know.
It's off of Plank Road. Off of Plank Road, where the old Piggly Wiggly used to be.
There we
go. Down the street, you gonna see the Texaco at the corner. Across the street, right there's a lady at the shack. She's not open on Sundays, but
No, she ain't open on Sundays.
get it.
You get your breakfast Saturday morning, though.
You sure can. Them grits go hard. I don't eat nobody else's grit, but
I miss her every day. And my mom lives there, too. So I miss my mom and dad.
Okay. But no, Ghanaian yams are a different animal altogether. It's very, very different. Like, you got to boil them bitches for like
a week.
Damn near. No. No, maybe 30 minutes an hour, something like that. 45. Yeah,
I may make you some my candy game.
You ain't giving
I'll take some.
No
That's true. Not from
you. Don't deserve it.
Oh, you want some?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll make it.
Well, hold up now.
You want some?
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm about to make your Cadillac. You gonna give me some yams? No.
So just because I was trying to, in retrospect, help your life, I can't have food no more?
No. She didn't ask me for that, so I'll make her some.
Well,
I gave you etouffee. What did you have?
We took them both out to eat.
That's true. No, but when I made the etouffee, I gave some.
What did you?
I thought you had some.
No. Something different.
You wouldn't share some shit.
Yeah, of course not. You know, share food. What the fuck? Nigga, what?
Share free food.
Hold on.
I don't know. You like
Hold on. You know Americans are starving.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. We Nigerians will do better. You're right.
Oh, Creole.
There we go. Yes.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah. But I would appreciate some candy yams, and I did tell you that it tasted good. So don't,
I'll make you some.
Thank you very much.
Would you like something with some candy yam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take it. I eat almost anything except for peanut butter, ranch, and beans.
Yes, you eat pickles with a fork as well.
I don't like ranch. I like blue cheese. I don't like
blue cheese.
Blue cheese is fire. Yes.
Like peanut butter?
No, but I'll eat it if it's in some chocolate, but I don't really like it.
So Reese's Pieces.
Jelly's off the table.
No, I just want the jelly. I don't want the peanut butter.
What? Just the jelly?
Are we talking grape or strawberry jelly?
Strawberry, because grape is you can't get the same consistency.
Point of correction.
Let's get some.
Oh, well,
jam
no, you
up
said
in here.
jelly. Yeah, you said jelly. Never mind. You're right.
Jam up.
It's
You're right.
strawberry jam.
Jam. Yeah.
Strawberry jam is the best.
Whichever the one is the one that's like lumpy, not that Concord, like you take it out, it's just, it won't spread on the
Well, Concord makes
bread.
jam and jelly.
I want
Concord
the
spread?
I want the lumpy
I only
one.
fuck with one. That's Smucker's strawberry jam.
That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, we super duper off topic.
Off topic.
We keep getting further and further away.
Hey, don't bring up food around us. This is going to be a whole nother
So
conversation.
anyway, the moral of the story was we be fucking food up. What was the question?
So comics to TV series.
Oh shit.
Since we went to cartoons and movies. So for like, you were talking about Boondocks, but then there's also Gotham, which was a spin off of, Batman.
No, I didn't actually watch Gotham, to be completely honest.
I thought it was alright.
It was okay.
Yeah.
And then it fell off.
What was...
Exactly. It was alright for a minute.
What was the driving premise? Is it Batman oriented? Because I know it deals with Batman as a child, right?
For me...
Before he actually becomes Batman, correct?
For me, it was the villains that they were using. And then Alfred was the shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then it fell off. Because then it started getting dark. Little Batman started getting darker.
And him developing into, his trauma and all that shit.
Okay, so is it pre his parents dying or post?
Oh, it's post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you watched the come up of Penguin.
And
Catgirl.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Catwoman.
Woman, sir.
Well, she was a girl at the time. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Poison Ivy.
Because she is Catwoman. She is the same age as Bruce, correct? Or same age group?
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is correct.
She was a little ragamuffin.
Okay. I would also shout out
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yes. No kidding.
Wow.
Watchmen. And this was on HBO Max. That one was also comics. I think it recently got absorbed into DC. It was on its own. It was its own little thing before, and then DC absorbed it, I believe. Daredevil
was good too.
Which one?
The one that was, I forgot which.
Ben Affleck?
No. The one, the TV series that you were watching.
Okay.
Yeah, that Daredevil. Before Luke Cage came out.
Yeah.
Luke Cage was all right. I don't fuck with Iron Fist. That was weak.
Iron Fist? That sounds like a sex toy.
And then just
see how it got silent for a little bit. Like even I didn't know what to say. Like
and he knows a little bit about everything.
Right. So, okay. I guess we kind of, we concluded. Well, did we conclude it? We didn't. It was still left ambiguous.
So
on the anime thing, right?
Oh,
because I'm curious, and I'm mostly curious about Boondocks at this point.
Me too.
Right? Is Boondocks anime?
I think it depends on the person.
I think it depends on
it can't be. It
depends on what country you come from.
I don't know about that.
I mean, because if the rule is large eyes, weird hair, that's all over. That we got that on Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
Or is there a longer list of rules to make an anime?
No one's getting raped. Oh, wait, hold on.
Right.
That's not true. The booty warrior.
Yeah, he got
I'll give him this.
He got Chris Hansen.
I'll give him this. I'll go back to the Panda Express argument. It's a Japanese style animation.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough. I can accept that.
Panda Express orange chicken is delicious.
Thank you very much.
that walnut shrimp.
I'm not saying it's not good.
It's good. I don't know about delicious.
Chinese food.
It's good.
That orange chicken is delicious.
Yeah. It's not Chinese food. No. Just like
it's
Taco
good.
Bell,
It's not delicious. Like calling it delicious.
That orange chicken is delicious. That's the only. I mean, orange chicken and the broccoli beef. It's the only thing.
The broccoli beef is fucking way too chewy. I
don't know what Panda Express you go to.
Black people cook their broccoli a little bit more than what white people do, I think.
Okay.
And they
eat my broccoli raw. Yeah, I like broccoli.
Mr. Brunch over here.
Right. Look, you eat your broccoli raw.
Right. White people will straight bring their shit out the fucking refrigerator and put it on your plate. Yep. I'm like, look, you better do something to this. You better treat this.
Hey, look. That's where the nutrients are. If you cook out the nutrients, then
can you please cook out my nutrients?
Like, for real. Like, is that what they was doing at Master Tony's house? Like, I mean, shit.
That's what it was. I had my blue cheese, I had my broccoli. I was a happy man.
Blue cheese on raw broccoli. Y'all heard it here.
To be soft. I can't eat hard broccoli.
I needed to be as soft and as unhealthy as possible.
Thank you. Dip that bitch in some cheese, please. Like,
I thought y'all went to the South, man. Like in the South. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could get my belt and fucking get some salt, pepper, Lowry's, and deep fry that shit, and my belt will be delicious.
You give it to the right person.
Oh, right. That's what I'm saying. You bring it to that lady in that goddamn shack.
Yeah.
She make my belt taste like some fucking heaven.
She probably would. Yes.
And that's actually not too far off from the truth. Like when the people were traveling in boats and shit, and they ran out of food, they would have to eat the leather from their clothing and shit.
Damn, this
we
man
couldn't
with the
fish.
No, that was they didn't bring fishing poles. No, they weren't having deep sea fishing poles when they were traveling by sea.
No.
Okay, so I feel like this is a conversation that is, never ending.
Yeah.
So we might touch on this again in the future, though. So conclusion, anime, not anime, Boondocks and Avatar not Avatar, Boondocks at least, is Japanese style animation. Afro Samurai is
the same.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yes, it is the same. Shit. I wanted to talk about Samurai Jack a little bit, actually.
Man, that's definitely anime. I'm feeling it.
That's cartoon.
I don't know.
That is
I think
cartoon.
This is just American culture, at its best. We're a melting pot. We take so many different cultures and we mix it up with a bunch of different things to the point where you have no idea what it is anymore.
This is true. You got a point on that.
Like
all right,
hip-hop.
Listen up here, listeners.
Don't know what it is.
If any of you guys feel that we've missed some animes or some cartoons that you feel should be animes, put it in the comments.
Right. Hit us up about that.
Alameen is going to hit you up and be like, you're fucking wrong.
I will.
The rest
and
of
then
us
Pam
will
will
appreciate
hit you up appropriately. Get your opinion.
We apologize in advance.
Yeah, in advance for Alameen.
Now, see,
I can't always catch him.
I don't appreciate how you're making me sound like an asshole. Please let me let myself sound like an asshole. Like, I can do that very well myself. Thank you very much.
Alameen gonna send Chappie to your house.
Me and Chappie gonna pull up. Okay? And Hugh Jackman, maybe.
If he ain't busy, he will come back.
Right. But, So we appreciate you. Thank you for joining us again. Catch us next time. Peace.